5 minutes after 11 o'clock. We're back on the Behrens Show from WJBC, and I have on the line, Rip Taylor. Good morning.
I can hardly hear you.
Let me get back on the phone then. Is this any better, Rip?
Very little, yeah.
Very little better.
How are you?
Okay, I guess. Maybe I'll have to yell at you, but I think I'm up to par.
Kenny, I don't know what to hawk anymore with this weather.
What to hawk?
Well, it was snowing here yesterday and hot today.
That's right. You really caught Chicago at its worst, didn't you?
I don't understand it.
Mm-hmm. Las Vegas is your home, isn't it, Rip?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, and you don't get weather like this.
No, but I'm never there anymore. I'm always on the road. You got to keep moving, my act. That's how Lincoln got it, you know.
So I've heard, and this is sort of the anniversary of all of that, if you can call it an anniversary.
Oh, really?
Let me ask you a question, just to test your memory. We met out in Hawaii.
At McDonald's.
You remember?
I don't forget anything. Are you nuts?
You really remember that?
I know it. And we spoke before. We've spoken since, and we're going to speak again.
Goodness gracious, you do have a memory.
I know it. If you see my act, I'll show you old jokes.
I got going through your bio here, Rip.
Lies, all lies.
Real name, Charles Elmer Taylor, my friends.
How come you heard that loud enough? Isn't that cute?
Birthplace, Washington, D.C., for goodness sakes.
Yeah, you believe that? No one's from Washington, D.C.
Your height is 6 when you stand?
Terrible.
You should be doing these jokes, because they're your jokes.
It's terrible.
Rip Taylor is on the line with us. He's host of the $1.98 Beauty Show.
Yeah, that may be going off the air soon, so the ones who hate it will be happy as heck.
How do you attribute the popularity of that show to that thing?
A lot of sick people out in the street.
And they meet you at McDonald's, don't they?
Yes, hello.
Anything you want to talk about, Rip?
Yes. Why am I bald? What does it all mean? These roots are dead, Kenny.
That's a good question. You have, if I'm not mistaken, 152 pays?
153 since I saw you.
Why so many, Rip?
Well, it depends on the mood I'm in. You know, a lot of them, they're not real, so they oxidize. They turn different colors. One's long, one's short. They part in the middle, part in the side. Mm-hmm. Depends on the mood I'm in that day, and each one has a name.
You just wear a toupee on your head, though. You don't have anything for your chest, do you?
Leave me alone. That sank many years ago.
Sounds like you're having a wonderful time in Chicago these days.
I love it here, especially I'm at the Blue Max, you know, again. Mm-hmm. It's lovely.
That's right.
We had a packed house last night, and it was snowing.
Mm-hmm. Maybe that's why people came in, you suppose?
I can't imagine. Every freak in Chicago showed up. I met a guy at the bar with 2 wooden legs. He caught on fire and burned to the ground.
Must have been a wild night.
It's a mess.
Mm-hmm. The weather maybe helps, though. I don't know about the energy situation. I've heard that a lot of people say that even the show business area is beginning to feel the crunch because of the fuel shortage. Is there anything to that?
No. There's always money for greed in Las Vegas.
For greed?
Always money for greed in Las Vegas.
Mm-hmm. Since that is your hometown, I think you have, 3 houses there?
Yeah.
In fact, you almost run your own hotel there, don't you?
No, but I rent them out, though. I mean, I live in mine and rent the other 2.
Mm-hmm. To who do you rent?
Croupiers.
Who?
Dealers.
Dealers? Fellow people that live in Las Vegas or just work there from time to time?
Oh, people who work there all the time. They're croupier in Baccarat. Gamblers know what I'm talking about, Kenny.
We're going to be talking with a gambler a little later on this week because we have a group.
Chance talking to you right now.
We have a group going out to Las Vegas this weekend, in fact.
Where are they going to stay?
Gee, I don't know where arrangements have been made. Which is the favorite hotel for you out there?
Mine was the Sahara.
That's where you entertain?
Yeah, all the time.
Uh-huh. That's a nice place.
Maybe going to the Aladdin or the Suma. I'm not sure yet.
Rip, do you find that audiences are different from, say, Las Vegas to Chicago or wherever you happen to be? Honolulu?
They're better out there because people come in town with the intention of being entertained. They look at you and say, gee, it must be good to be working here, Lillian, so they give you a chance.
Uh-huh. Lillian?
Lillian always goes to Las Vegas.
Oh, I see.
There's always a Miss B that has the cash key draw chain around her neck in the furniture department.
Mm-hmm.
And Lillian always goes to Las Vegas. There are different people that do those things.
Do you ever find people though that go to the shows are the same ones that lost a bundle and they're very hard to make laugh after they've lost a lot of money?
They're the ones that don't go to shows.
I see.
No, we have a lot of the tourists, the coupon people. You check in, they give you a coupon. All you can eat for 49 cents. Usually it's eggs and Alpo.
And then you go on from there and have fun at the different shows.
Yeah.
Probably, yeah, you're probably right. There are just two separate sections of people.
They plan to stay up for 3 days, 3 nights, and go home and complain.
And then say, wow, that was a great time.
Never again, Lillian.
You find
save up for next year.
But whereas people who maybe go to see at the Blue Max have worked that day, they're a little tired, they're a little on edge, but they want to do something else, so they go out for the evening.
Yeah.
Probably takes them longer to get warmed up.
No, there are a lot of conventioneers at this particular hotel.
What do you do in your act? Do you still bring all your props and everything?
Sure. I have 3 nuns tearing confetti as we speak.
I was going to say, you probably bring on more stuff with you than Blackstone the Magician.
Well, so he brings a lot, but you know what I'm saying. I bring a lot of outrageous stuff. But it's a lot, very visual. You've got to see it, Kimmy.
I want to catch you. You're going to be there through the end of this week yet.
Yeah, are you coming out, do you think?
There's a possibility of it, Rip.
There's a lie in your voice, Ken. I can hear it right now. It means you're not showing up, and that's it. Listen, I just did a movie called Smokey and the Bandit Part 2 with Burt Reynolds.
Oh! You know, I wanted to ask you about that, too, because the Oscars were on last night.
Yeah.
But you were working, so you didn't get a chance to see it.
No, I didn't.
Unless you had a videotape recorder.
I'd like to have seen this.
Is that your first film?
No!
I knew I'd get that kind of reaction from you.
No, there's many I want to buy back.
For instance, what was your worst film?
Oh, those Maggie and Jake things you see at stag parties. Oh, that got a reaction out of this. And look at how quiet Bloomington is.
What was the first thing I said to you? I said, this is Ken Behrens. You said, where are you calling from? I said, Bloomington. You said, oh, how lonely.
Well, don't tell that to your listeners. They'll think I don't like it. It's a small town. The city hall's over at Dairy Queen. It's a very tough.
We're not that bad, but you're close.
I know.
Smokey and the Bandit Part 2 with Burt Reynolds.
Yeah.
How was Burt Reynolds to work with?
Oh, wonderful. Wonderful. Not because he hired me, because he's funny. We had more laughs than we should have. Well, you don't miss it, because it's outrageous this time.
Is that the kind of thing you'd really like to do? I've always considered you a stand-up comedian.
It's easy if you're gifted. Thank you so much, God. And we did mostly improvisation. There was no script.
I'm really running out of questions, Rip. I know you want to wrap this whole thing up. Would you like to have a question or two from anybody in our audience, by any chance? Do you have another?
How did you get from Hawaii to Bloomington?
I hitchhiked.
Well, I drove back myself.
Swam part of the way.
I got to California. Didn't realize they had the gas problem with the odd-even days in California, so I stopped at a gas station, drove the bathroom to do number 1, and it was an even day, and they wouldn't let me go.
They really do have the problem out there, don't they?
I called President Sadat in Egypt, and he said, I hear Menachem, but you can't come in. And I spoke to Queen Sadat. Her name is Dorothy. Mrs. Sadat's name is Dorothy. Dot Sadat.
I see. One of the things in Los Angeles, you have to have a certain amount of people in your car. They don't even let you on certain roads at times of the day, don't they?
In New York, that strike, too. They did that for that strike.
How many different places have you played since we last talked? Have you been all around the world?
Oh, not Europe yet, but all over the States. I keep moving, pal.
Got to make the buck while it's makeable, I take it.
Well, there were years when I couldn't get a job, so now I work all the time.
If you would have seen the Oscars last night, and you'll probably hear all about this, Dustin Hoffman made a great speech. He said, I really have mixed feelings about accepting this award tonight. He says, because I cannot believe that I beat out Jack Lemmon or beat out all the other people that were up. I cannot believe that I'm any better than a lot of the people who haven't been able to get jobs or driving cabs. And he said, on behalf of all of those people, I will accept this and thank you and share it with you. You know, I thought that was very, very nice, because anybody that's probably been in show business realizes how tough it is to get to the top. And when you're there, you really never forget all the hard, back-breaking effort you had to put in to get there.
Very magnanimous of him to do that.
Was it really tough, or was it just because you were lazy that you wanted to get into show business, Rip?
Harder each day. having the patience to talk to people like you.
You know, I'm kidding when I say that, but I've heard that some people have come out and said once you get to the top, it's actually harder to stay there.
Yeah, when I see you again, I'm going to find you behind the counter at McDonald's.
It's actually harder to stay there than to get there. Would you agree with that?
Yeah, I do, truly.
Mm-hmm. But it helps when people know you and they go to see you and then...
Oh, it's wonderful. It's the identification.
Uh-huh. Rip, this has been really a mediocre time.
God's going to get you for lying, Kevin.
And, no, I mean that. It's always fun to talk with you. You come up with a lot of...
You call me again.
All right. If it's okay with you, we will do that, sir.
Please do, and I hope to see you soon.
At the Blue Max at the Hyatt Regency O'Hare in Chicago, now through the weekend.
With lovely Eleanor Edwards.
Yeah, she does. She does an opening thing for you, doesn't she?
Uh-huh.
Okay. 16 after... Rip, should we let you go?
Please.
All right. We'll do it, but I thank you for taking the time.
I thank you for calling me and say hello to your listeners, and I'll see you soon. And you keep in touch with me now.
All right, Rip.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye. 16 minutes after 11.